Hey, it's Ruby. Welcome or welcome back. I've been seeing a lot of people talk about their top 5 books of Q1 of the first quarter, which is January through March. And it's a little late, but I felt like I wanted to do it too because there was some good reads. There was some good books. So I feel like we should talk about them. I really wish that I had better reads. I wish that I had more 5 stars, but it's okay. We still have the rest of the year to go. So these were good. These were good, but they were not all 5 stars. I'll tell you the ranking and the rating. Let's get started. Starting off with number 5. I gave this 4 stars, Better Than the Movies by Lynn Painter. I really like this. I have a whole reading vlog where I talk about this. I was just so giddy. In this, we follow Liz and Wes as they kind of have their little love story. It is very much giving rom-com. So if you like romantic comedies, romantic movies, this is the book for you, because they drop a lot of movie references and stuff like that because our main character is obsessed with them. And it was cute. It was really cute. At the end, I did get annoyed and I docked it a star because they were being teenagers. They were miscommunicating, but they were being teenagers. So I was graceful with that and I still gave it 4 stars. But I know this is a book that I will reread probably over and over again throughout the years because it was just really sweet. And because of this, I went on a date with my husband and I just had a great time. So I really like this. There's not much to it. It is fairly predictable. From the beginning, you know exactly what's going to happen, who's going to end up with who. So it's not like groundbreaking, but it was still really good. Coming in at number 4 is the only book that I don't have because I listened to the audiobook and it has not released in paperback. And I like all my romances in paperback, so I'm waiting. But the book is Hell Stranger by Catherine Center. I ended up giving this one 4.25 stars because it was fun. It was fun and it was unique and it was something that I had personally not read yet. In this one, we follow our main character, which I don't remember her name, and I should have got my reading journal, but I didn't. We follow our main character. She's an artist, and she has an accident that leads her to be hospitalized. And when she's at the hospital, she actually finds out that she has this, like, something in her brain. I don't really remember exactly what they call it. I don't know if it's like a tumor. I think it's just like a mass or something, but it is hereditary. Her mom had it and now she has it. And because of this, like, they have to go in and do literal brain surgery and remove it because it can be dangerous. She can die in the future if left untreated. So she flips out because she is recently invited into this like competition. Like, she's a finalist and she's like, I need to be there. Like, I can't be having surgery. They're like, this is an outpatient thing. It's going to be quick. You'll be fine. So she does do it because her dad kind of peer pressures her into it. And it results in her losing her face recognition. So she can see people and faces and all that, but she just can't piece them together. Like, she just can't make out the face, which is apparently is a thing. I didn't know, but it is a thing. And it sucks because she is a portrait artist. So the competition, like, she's freaking out. I would freak out too. First of all, with just the brain surgery, I'd freak out. And then on top of that, all this other stuff, like, she really goes through it. But there is a romance, and the way that it's done is really unique. I really liked it. I just thought this book was unique and creative and fun and so good. 4.25 stars. I definitely recommend it. I read her other book, The Bodyguard, first, and I think I gave that one 4 stars. Somewhere around there. I did like it, but this one I liked even more. So good. Definitely pick it up. It was so good. At number 3, we have Throne of Glass. From here on out, all of these are 5 stars. I love them all. But this is number 3. I feel like the only reason that I was able to rate this one 5 stars was because I read The Assassin's Blade first. The Assassin's Blade was just the perfect prequel. And I don't understand why people argue like when it should be read, because to me, it was just the perfect prequel. So good. It set this one up so good. I feel like had I not read The Assassin's Blade first, I probably would not have given this 5 stars. But I came into this so invested, so connected to Selena already. Like I was already invested in her and her life and everything. This was so good. It was fun. It was fast. It was good. I'm currently reading book 2 very slowly because I'm reading like 4 books at a time, always. But I'm excited to continue. This has been fun. And if people say that these are like the worst ones, I really liked them. So I'm not going to talk too much about this because 1, I am going to be doing a whole dedicated video. And 2, I think we all know she's an assassin in a fantasy world. It's good. I feel like most people have already read it, but if you haven't and you are a fantasy girl, pick them up. They're good. Coming in at number 2 and also 5 stars. This is the only reread that made it in here, but I'm allowing it because this is the first year that I'm keeping a reading journal and I'm like actively, just keeping track of the things that I read and documenting the love that I feel or the hate because some of them were not so good. But Happy Place by Emily Henry. I listened to this on audiobook, I think November of last year. And when I listen to audiobooks, I don't fully pay attention. So I was like, I need to reread it and I need to do it physically. I need to pay attention. It was a 5-star. I freaking love this. I'm going to be doing a whole Emily Henry video where I read every single one of her books because of this book. I love it so much. In this, we do have a trope that I hate, which is miscommunication, and I didn't even care. That's how much I like this. I could see past the miscommunication, and I could also understand the miscommunication. It was a little more realistic than just people being petty. So I really liked it. Superficially, on the surface, this book is about a group of friends that usually vacationed every year together. They would go to like New England and just have a good old time, right? But recently their lives have been really busy. They all have their own thing. They all just haven't had time to take the vacation. But this year, 2 of the friends force everybody to make time and come because they have a big announcement. There's like a whole thing going on. So they all get together, and one thing is that our main characters, Harriet and Wynne, have been dating for like the past 10 years or something. So they never told their friends that they actually broke up a little bit ago because I guess they were having trouble accepting it themselves and they didn't want to bring everybody into it. But now that they're there, they find themselves having to enter this kind of fake dating situation because of the events that are unfolding during the vacation. They feel like they just can't bring the breakup up. So they fake date. It is a second chance romance, which is something that I don't think that I don't know. I didn't think it would be for me, but I freaking love this. 5 stars. If you have not read it, read it because it's so good. It's one of my favorite books now ever. And I feel like that is a big claim. And I'm putting it at number 2 only because it's a reread, because I almost put it at number 1, but I feel like the number 1 deserves the number 1 spot, and that is Project Hail Mary by Andy Weir. This 5 stars. 5 stars because it was so good. Like, I'm not a sci-fi girl, but I freaking love this. And in the reading vlog that I'll link up here, I described this as a cozy fantasy thriller. And I feel like it was all that because it was just so good. We have math, we have physics, we have space, we have a main character, Ryland, who wakes up in space with total amnesia. Doesn't know who he is, where he is, what is happening. Like, he doesn't even know he's in space. He knows nothing, but he wakes up with 2 dead bodies. Like, yes, right? It's so good. And honestly, I was smiling throughout. Like, the characters, I loved all the characters. It was so fun. I don't want to tell you too much because we end up discovering things along with our main character, and that's what I think was so unique about this, is that he has total amnesia, but he starts remembering as he's doing things. It kind of jostles his memory, and he is talking things through in his head, and in turn we're learning with him, if you know what I mean. Because this is very much math and physics heavy stuff that I did not remember. But he calculates the things and he talks them through in a way that the author shows us and teaches us without like talking down to us. Also, the use of flashbacks in this, masterful. It was so good. I feel like there was a certain flashback where it hit, like it was just so good. The revelations, everything was good. The ending was okay, but I was satisfied. I was satisfied with the book as a whole, and that doesn't always happen. There's always a little something, but when it hits, it hits. If anything, read these two. Read these two, please. And then come back and tell me what you thought about them, because I need to know. I need to talk to someone about these because they're so good. But anyway, I'm going to go. So be sure to read them and tell me what you thought. Please, if anything, just do that. But anyways, thanks so much for hanging out. As always, if you did enjoy hanging out with me today, give the video a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you soon with another one. Bye.